again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. I wear glasses 'cause I'm so cool. I can predict the charts. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days. Join Tom's Army for $9.99 a month.
Good mid-afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM Future Digibyte OG. So, again, I want to start out by playing Mother's Second Choice. I want to thank Mr. Anthony Carter personally for giving me the consent along with Mother's Second Choice to play his copyrighted music. So do not be a dick and do not play his copyrighted music without his express written consent. Oh, no. So this is one of my personal favorites. Like, I haven't had these jollies in my nuts since I used to listen to A Day to Remember back when I was in my teenage and early 20s. And a few of their songs, and when I listen to this, I'm like, holy fuck, man, this brings me back to like the late 90s, like very early Y2K 2000 to 2007 or 2010 area. So, enjoy. I swear this one tickles the old ball sack. So I want to thank Mother's Second Choice and Mr. Anthony Carter for allowing me this first-hand experience. So anyhow, Bitcoin under 43,000, as you see in my terrible handwriting on the charts because it is so hard to write, but I can't write anyhow. So, but under 43,000 is danger. That can signify your drop-off if we close under 43K, and it is trying so hard right now to stay over, and we are right in the apex. And it really looks like what we talked about earlier. We could have formed a head and shoulders in this smaller time frame. Even in the larger time frames in the hour, it looks like it created a very small head and shoulders. It's what I woke up to thinking, unless it's going to try to pull up to 44K one more time. But it doesn't look like it's got any kind of strength. And it looks like it's about to fall through, ladies and gentlemen. There's no other way to put it. It has no volume. So I'm going to continue to stick with the narrative because we need to stay consistent in times when people are spreading around a lot of FUD, because it really does fuck it up and make it really hard. So, what we're looking at right now is we're looking at, like I said with Bitcoin, we're in this apex area. We've had a premature breakup over that 97 mark. We're coming through real nice. I mean, we're in an area of trading that, if you look at it from the farther out time frames, it all works into the same spot, and there's a reason why we're at where we're at. But what we have to remember is we're on a downtrend. We've been on a downtrend for several months. The monthly lows and monthly highs are getting much lower, and they're continuing to go down. The weekly looks awful. If you look at the weekly, it looks terrible. And like I keep saying, it looks like the M's ready to pull down on this fucker. And that would be like the down to 52 cents and back up to 67 or 84. I mean, this whole thing can drop out at any moment. If they just do the right announcement and the local news runs with it, goodbye. Or local news or national news. I still would be so uncomfortable holding with Michael Saylor holding that much Bitcoin, knowing what he did to get it, knowing how most of it is out on leverage and on loan, and he's paying interest to, for the ability to hold it because he needed more money. And MicroStrategy's company basically being now on Bitcoin. I mean, this can all roads lead to one place, ladies and gentlemen. Manipulation is manipulation. And at the end of the day, this has one agenda, guys. It's to wipe out every single one of us. A doomsday liquidation event like you've never seen. And I haven't talked about it for a while, but that is what's about to go down. A liquidation style event that you have never seen. And I told you, the higher we went up on that last little bull trap, the farther we're going to fall, because it's the whole basis for this next drop. Notice we were stuck at 28.8 or whatever it was. So we went back up, found a whole bunch more buyers to plow through that support level. You get too much weight coming through, not a big enough rubber band in the world exists to where it's not going to bend down until it's ready to snap. So it is what it is. And if you don't pay attention, it's really, really going to hurt. I mean, this is really going to hurt. Look at DGB. There was a time when everybody kept telling me DGB, my poor DGB was going to go up to like 50 or 60 cents. I don't remember hearing much talk about $1 because that's just unrealistic. But I did hear some. But I heard so many people tell me, can it get to 50 cents? No. No. And what was the number one answer I kept telling you guys? It is on their white papers where they say they're not going over 27 cents. I know it sucks. I know it hurts. And I know it's a kick in the nuts. But they said they're not going over 27 cents consistently. Like, stay over by the end of a year on a year-to-year basis. Sure, it could go up to 30 cents, I guess, or 35. Hell, we could even have some run to 40 cents one day. But they said it's not going over 27 cents until at least 2023, but likely going into 2024, which means that DGB is being honest with their shareholders and are telling them, hey, we're not ready yet, but if you ride us, we have these consistently year over year, we're up. Just don't buy high because it's going to come back down to the price it started at. And DGB does it time after time after time better than any other. It'll cost you more money than any other as well if you ride these giant pumps and don't sell. And this is the one that I can keep putting my hand on because guess what, guys? When we have a rally, you start to look at the ones that had these big-ass drops, the biggest drops. We're going to compare this with XRP so you can see what I'm talking about. So, and we'll do it conservatively. We know it's at 4.4 something, so we'll do it at 4. They're 75% for DGB, and that's not even at 4.4, so it's likely down about 80%. So just on this, and that's not even to the top. So DGB 75% just from what we just did. Now you start looking at XRP, it's like, damn, XRP's down a lot too. It is, but guys, and I'll even go just like I did with DGB with a little bit left on the top. And we are at, I mean, at this price, guys, DGB is another 25 to 30% lower than XRP. Already has dropped. So when you're talking about big rebounds and why I'm not going to buy XRP on this next buy, I'm going to show you why. When you get stuff like DGB down 80 fucking percent, 80? I mean, that doesn't even, it doesn't even compare to what it's down, even if you do it with Doge. I mean, it might be a little bit closer. Doge would be the one that would be closer because it had a tremendous drop off. It's not even as much. Doge is at like 20. And I gave, oh man. So you're talking 72% with Doge. I want to see the real number with DGB. Because I need to know when it comes to Doge and DGB. 72% with Doge. And now DGB's at 4.4 something. So I'd like to get it up to the top. I don't want 4.537. So we're gonna. That's 75%. So 75% on that. 72% for Doge. Just over 50% for XRP. And XLM is another one that I would highly consider because I feel like XLM's had a way bigger drop than XRP. Way bigger. So if I was going to go somewhere, it's definitely not going to be XRP on this next drop. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is already up to almost 70%. It's like 60, 62% for XLM right now. 50% for XRP. We're down 80% almost on DGB. 76%. Doge, we're down 71.5, 72%. I mean, you start talking about the differentials here, and it starts to become obvious which one's the clear and decisive winner here. I mean, we're going to have to talk about some of these smaller ones like VeChain, ZIL, and DGB on this next run for sure. I'm going to have to start cutting VeChain. You guys already know I told you when the time comes, I'm going to start talking about VeChain and ZIL again, and that time's coming now. So you're going to see a lot more VeChain and ZIL on my channel. If you don't like it, too damn bad. It's my channel. I'm going to do it the way I see fit. And these are ones that I'm personally going to own, so I need to know. I just didn't want to get cut off of these up way the hell up here. People are telling me kept buying them. I'm not buying that shit way up there. So 60% for ZIL, VeChain, almost 76% for DGB. We've got a 71.5% drop for Doge from the top. We've had a just over 50% on XRP and 62% for XLM. So which one are we going to pick? XRP synonymously and without hesitation always underperforms the market on big gains. When XRP made that gigantic run at 12 cents, if you would have bought it, that was great. But the true run when all the rest of the market moved, XRP was at 42 cents. I know because that's when I bought it, when it got stuck there forever. In that 38 to 47 range. And I had an average of 42 cents. And it sat there for weeks while I watched it. And then I finally bought it when I figured out a way in the US. And it went up, you know, I'm not complaining at all. Went up over 400%. 400%. Or 420% while I owned it. But the measly 10,000 DGB I owned went up like 600 and something percent in the same fucking time. So you got to watch for the big drops. DGB has had an unbelievable drop. And I don't think DGB at the time frame it's in is meant to go under a penny yet, unless we see sub 10 cent XRP or sub 15 cent XRP, or we start to get towards 10,000 Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin's at 10,000, oh my baby DGB, I'll be hyper fucking ventilating when it says I can buy 1 million fucking DGB for like 0.8 of a cent. You ask me how I'm going to be a millionaire, there's many different avenues. It doesn't just end at XRP. It doesn't start at XRP. XRP opened my eyes to the many avenues. But if you have a coin that has an initial coin offering, get that out of your portfolio right now because it's going to hamstring you and it's going to bring you to zero. Any coin that you have, look it up. Look in the fucking white papers. My list, the majority, actually all of them, don't have an ICO. Don't have an ICO. They do not have an initial coin offering. But HBAR is on the wrong side of history here, ladies and gentlemen. And when they wipe out 90% of coins, don't be surprised if HBAR sneaks off the screen and they wipe it out. I know there's a lot of FUD with HBAR, and it's a great fucking thing. I love Hedera. There's a reason why I don't own it long term. There's a 50-50 chance when the ICO coins get wiped out, under some kind of false bullshit litigation that would come down with this, under the infrastructure bill, that HBAR could also be swept up in all this nonsense. They're with the wrong players, ladies and gentlemen, and sometimes it's that simple. There's only one other person who tickled my balls by knowing this knowledge, and that's CryptoFX. I've seen his comments several times over the past month. He absolutely understands HBAR, and he's trying to warn people, but some people are not being too friendly in the comments, so I have to report them as spam. Because I don't want people bitching at my audience for trying to help out, but he's literally trying to look out for you guys. So, I mean, there's a lot of these. But there's also a lot of stuff that's going to happen, and some of these are going to be wiped out. I don't know. Some of the bottom ones down here, I don't know if they're going to survive. AMP, Ren, they have their own things, but when we get caught up in this, you can look at all these white papers, and a lot of these had... Even Ethereum had an initial coin offering, guys. So when we're talking about it, it's not just fucking cut and dry. Now, there is one that I wanted to cover, but I'm going to do that in Swing Traders Anonymous. You guys need to go look at Swing Traders Anonymous if you want to see my coverage on Quant, Solana, or any of that other shit that I love. I love Stores, Theta. I do all of that AGI. All of this stuff that you see down here, all the stuff that some people think is garbage and shit, I do it all on my Swing Traders Anonymous, and that's what that's becoming a big part of. In my Dogecoin and U channel, I'm almost considering switching it to my ISO headquarters for just ISO coins, because Shiba and Doge are ISO coins. So I'm highly considering turning that station into my ISO headquarters, and I'm just going to title the channel ISO headquarters. So Connor, Mr. Houston, if you could come up with some kind of fire picture that I could switch my Dogecoin and U picture with, something that has to do with the ISO 20022, and maybe have like, just have like the names of, and I know this is asking a lot, I could even send you a donation if you do this, but if you could somehow have like the names XRP, XLM, you know, IOTA, Algo, ADA, well I don't even want ADA in it, Doge, Shiba, you could put in XDC, those ones particularly. And then you could have, you know, the Tel coin on the side because it's got its own thing. And Matic, but I don't want any of those. You can just put ISO coins and then do your own creative thing. But I definitely, if you could, put IOTA, Algo, XRP, XLM, XDC in it. Those would be the 5 that I would want headlined if you could. I know it's asking a lot, my brother, and you might not even be watching, so I might be stuck to do this myself. I look like ass. So, but that's what I'm considering. So if you guys want to voice your opinion in the comments, because I like to do Dogecoin and Shiba, but the audience, man, the people who watch that are so mind dumb. I think I would have a lot more fun starting the ISO coin channel, and I think I think I want it to be the ISO 20022 headquarters, and that's where we get the up to the minute information on the ISO coins, because there's a lot to do, and I could have a lot more fun than just covering Shiba and Doge, and I could do 1 or 2 updates a day. That's what I'm going to name it. I'm switching it to the ISO 20022 headquarters. And obviously every day I'll still cover Shiba and Doge. But it needs to be, somebody needs to cover it. So I know this has been a long talk, but you guys need to hear this. I'm just kind of killing time until Bitcoin goes under 43,000. And that'll be that. So I got some work to do. You'll see an update on the ISO 20022 headquarters once I switch it over. Because I'm sick of the Dogecoin Shiba thing. I don't think it's enough. And I have a big ambition to do these ISO coins, and there needs to be a headquarters. So be on the lookout for the ISO 20022 headquarters. Stay blessed, everybody.